As you know, my my main job is helping people to lose and manage their weight. What landed on my table this morning was some news that is startling, but not surprising to me. Okay. And I will quote it for fact checking reasons. So, the World Obesity Federation and RTI they analyzed 161 countries and have found, wait for it, they have found that in this country, in Britain, in the UK, more than 8 in 10 Britons will be overweight or obese by 2060. Okay, i.e., too fat. Let's not wrap it up. Now, the question that arises to me, and by the way, this is also suggesting overweight and obese Britons will cost the economy £142 billion a year. It's a lot of brass in it. It's a lot of brass. Now, how did we get here? How did we get here? Well, I have my views, like you all have your views, and feel free to put them in the comments. I like to hear them. Personally speaking, I believe that over the last 10, 15 years in particular, we have, as a nation, normalized obesity. We have gone from this society that was okay to say being too fat is really kind of dangerous, okay, for our health and our confidence. And we've gone to this new place where we're saying that actually it's wrong to be talking about obesity and to talking about fat, being too fat, because that can cause eating disorders. It's unfair. It's just ethically wrong, etc. Now, my view is that actually we have normalized, and how we get back to managing it better, I do not know. I have my own views and opinions on that, and I'll be interested to know what yours are. But the one thing to remember in all of this is that this is not about fat shaming. People often jump straight on that platform of, it's like the fat shaming squealers come out. And it's not about that. It's not about being cruel. It's not about being horrid to people. It's actually about common sense. And it's actually about saying in our nation now, in the UK, that let's talk about the reality of being too fat and obese and being super obese and so forth. The reality is that it can lead to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, cancers. The list is endless. And I also assert something else. I believe that being obese is one of the key reasons that people struggle with their mental health. Often people will say to me, oh, people are too fat or obese because of mental health struggles. Listen, I get that. I really do, right? I accept it. Not all, but many. I get it. But it's also the other way around as well. And I think what we have to do is to be much more honest about obesity and its consequences. We have to stop worrying and pandering to all of the fat acceptance army that kind of want us to all sit round and sing, if you're happy and you're fat, clap your hands. I think that the days now, we're in a position, in a place now, where if we're not careful, people born today, their life expectancy will shrink, potentially shrink. And that's because what we're doing as a nation is normalizing obesity and actually celebrating the joy of fat. And this isn't about judging individuals, but it is about judging fat as a substance, or whatever you want to call it. So my view is that we need to kind of understand that we have to be more direct. We have to, as a nation, take more responsibility. We have to let go of the fear factor of worrying about the consequences about talking about fat and so forth, and recognize that this is a growing problem. Seriously, literally a growing problem. And I've said this for many years, many of you that follow me, that, when I was being shouted down, it won't happen. Many people told me, well, guess what? It has happened. It has happened. Now is the time we get stronger, we get more blunt, we get more assertive about taking personal responsibility, and at the same time support people, of course. But actually, we shut up whinging about all of this sort of trendiness, you know, and whinging about this impact about talking about something that is very, very serious. I could go on, but I won't. On that note, you might be glad. On that note, speak to you soon. Ta-ra for now. And no, I'm not off for a donut. All right, ta-ra for now.